What's going on, everyone? Today we have a very special deck of cards. It's called the Japanese Oracle, and I believe this version was made in the 1930s, pre-World War II. There is a version that was made in the 1880s, but I believe that this one was one that came out some years later because it's colored. So if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. If you could also like the video, that would be great. Without further ado, let's get going. So this is the directions card, and the directions card basically tells you how to play the game. So there was one person that was an oracle, and this is a party game, and people in your party would draw these character cards, and the oracle would choose these question cards for the party. So we're gonna flip through the character cards first, and then we'll flip through the question cards. So this is a complete deck. Every single card is inside of it, and it's split up into male and female. And each male and female has a number attached to it. And the idea was that the males would choose from the male deck or the male side, and the females would choose from the female side. And the oracle of the party would then basically choose a question card, and essentially whoever chose what number, that was their divining, future. Or it was a party game, it was a fun game, it was a fun card game. So like I said, I feel like this is a rendition of a earlier card game that came out in the US. And the reason that I say that is because the version that I've seen that is from the 1800s doesn't have color, and this one does. So I believe this one either came out in the 1920s or the 1930s. This is for sale. You can find it on my website, themindfulhermit.com. You can also find it on my Etsy page, but I'd much rather have you buy it off of my website just because Etsy is terrible with fees. Anyway, those are the cards. They're pretty basic. Let's look at the questions now. So this is a complete deck, and all 29 questions are inside of it. So somebody went through and numbered these. So what will be the thought of you after death? What will cause your death? Your condition in old age. What we may rely upon. What will you be doing in 10 years? Concerning your children. The extent and character of your wealth. So it would be really cool to see somebody make a newer version of this, because this is kind of an old antique collector's item. Will you become rich? And these are obviously things that we think about as normal people. The character of your wife or husband. Will you be the consequence if I marry? What will be the consequence if I marry? And then somebody wrote you up in the corner there. Will you marry? And as you can see, each one of the characters is associated to the question. So I'm guessing that the question was randomly picked as well. Are you loved? Where will you find happiness? What your intended is doing? The qualities for which you are beloved. Your principal virtue. Your principal fault. Your disposition. What are you most remarkable for? That's a nice one. The public opinion of you. Your opinion of yourself. What will you dream of tonight? What you have dread. What we must do to be happy. That's a nice one. Whether you will be faithful. The sentiments you inspire. Concerning your friendships. Concerning your occupation. And what your inclinations lead you to wish for. So this is a very interesting deck. Definitely cool for a party or just divination in general. Anyway, this is for sale on my website, themindfulhermit.com. You can also find it on my Etsy page, Occult Vault. But like I said, you will be paying a little bit more with the fees and everything. So anyway, like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this video. And this is the Japanese Oracle from 1930.